Hi there, I thought I'd start a little series on Catholic Prepping 101, important things to do considering the challenges we may face this fall. And some of those challenges might be securing food, amongst other things. So one of the things I decided I was going to try this year was beekeeping. And I thought, well, I really don't know a lot about beekeeping. There's going to be all these risks involved. I should find out who the patron saint of beekeeping is to help me out here. And it was a good thing I did, because I started with that hive and that hive, and both of those hives died on me early on, and that's why I decided to look into this more. And I found out about Saint Abagail. She is one of actually several saints that are patron saints of bees and beekeeping, but her story really stood out to me the most, so I picked her. And ever since I did, this hive is thriving. It's been pretty good. You can come over here and say a little prayer to her, and she'll pray, get her to pray for your bees and for your family and stuff like that. But back to her story. She was born in Ireland in around the 5th or 6th century BC, obviously BC. And she left her home as soon as she could, because her family was probably involved in some shady shit, they were always feuding and stuff, that I get it why she would have left. So she went and lived on some islands off the coast of Ireland for some time. And one day an angel appeared to her and told her that this was not going to be the place of her resurrection, that she would move back to the mainland and travel until she found 6 white deer, and that would be the place where she would live out her years. So she did that, and she pretty much every place that she stopped in Ireland, she left behind a church dedicated to her, or a shrine. And finally she found that place with the 6 white deer, and that became her little homestead or hermitage or whatever you want to call it. There's lots of miracles attributed to her, using honey as healing. I guess she did that. She healed people with honey quite a bit. I'm not sure how that was done. The story I read was pretty brief. There's even a story of her homestead being attacked by bandits or something, and her hives turned into soldiers and drove them out of there. So that's pretty good. She was able to call out the bees against evil somehow. And of course, I don't know much about the story. I'll put a link to the story that I read to it. It's pretty brief. If anybody knows any more about it, that'd be great. So basically, Saint Abagail, she was like a queen bee saint in a way. Like, she left behind a church here and a shrine there, and a monastery there, and a convent there. And that's exactly what queen bees do. They try. The hives will eventually split, and if you're a good beekeeper, you can save them and put them into a new home. And if you're like me, I'm just gonna have to wait and see what happens when the new queens are born and they try and swarm on me. I don't really know yet. But I've got another box over here ready to go, all cleaned up and ready to go, just in case that happens. But I'm hoping Saint Abagail will help me through that process, as well as some helpful advice from some new beekeepers that I've met. But I trust her that she's going to inspire me to do the right thing, and it's already proved itself 2 or 3 times now, just by relying on Saint Abagail, that this has worked out so well. So Catholic Prepping 101, patron saints, attach them to your homesteading, and your independence. Attach them to the things that are going to help you become independent from the system, and so that you'll be safe and you'll be able to help others when the time comes. Catholic Northman, out.